Game of Thrones.
Do we not have to like decide who's doing what part?
I think no. I think screw planning. We haven't planned the rest of the episode.
Okay.
Oh, we're ruining it now. Okay, hang on. We will cut this out because this song could be good.
I don't think we will.
I don't know. I think.
Okay.
So how are
Did
we
you just
doing?
fart again?
No,
That was a little fart.
No.
No, it was
Did you
the,
hear
it was the
something?
cup. It was the cup.
Oh, okay.
So, are we? How much of the song are we doing?
We'll know.
We'll just when it ends.
When it's time, it's time.
No. This is the problem I had with the fucking play I was in. Just like, when do we finish? Whenever that's finishes. I don't know. We'll wing it.
Okay, get yourself together now. Okay.
Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. Name that quote.
Keep it together.
Mm-hmm. Specifically
Anything
in that,
ever?
Specifically in that way I said it.
Say it
Keep
again.
it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together.
Well, you're definitely a black man.
Yeah.
Shrek.
No.
Donkey?
But right black man.
Eddie
It's
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's saying keep it together. That was T doing his donkey impression. Yeah. We just did that.
Yeah.
I can't even do it.
No, it is. Is that what he's doing?
that's-
Yeah, it was
that's
that.
what-
You can't do that.
No, I
Can you do that?
What?
it's a comedy.
Daddy Dicker.
No. It's from the
Beverly Hills?
Welcome to
mid
America,
to
or
late
whatever it is,
90s.
or
Coming to America? In
No.
America?
Coming to America.
Trading
No.
Places?
No.
Trading Places, great movie.
What's his name is in it? Steve Martin is also in it.
Steve Martin is in it.
It's a hidden gem. No one ever knows this.
Steve
Trains, Planes and Honor Wheels? No, that's
No.
your man, Fat Man.
That's John Candy.
And Steve Martin.
Steve Martin and
Heather something is in it. You're one that was
Locklear?
in. It could be Locklear. You're one
Probably
that was
not.
in. No, it's not. You're one that was in Austin Powers, and she's also in Scrubs, and she was.
Oh,
also
Graham.
in- there we are. Heather Graham's in it too. Having any bell sides?
Is she called Sandy with an I in that movie?
Possibly.
No, that's Sarah Jessica Parker. That's Sarah Jessica Parker. And Steve
It's
Martin.
gold.
Member. Finger. Berg.
You know, it's really embarrassing. I kind of can't remember the name of the movie now.
Gold what?
I know.
Did you make up the gold
No,
part?
I think I
Oh.
may have. All right.
Is that
Oh.
Chubby Rain?
Huh?
Is it
yes,
Chubby Rain?
Chubby Rain.
Oh, I've seen Chubby Rain.
Yeah, it's not actually called Chubby Rain. That's the name of
There's
the
a
movie.
movie
they
in
make
it.
the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
It's very funny.
It's definitely not called Chubby Rain.
And no, it's called Gold something. I think it's Gold something.
Chocolate rain.
Oh,
Basic.
so
Do you know the movie, Jay?
No, I have no idea what you're
The
talking about.
basic premise is this guy. He's a really shitty LA producer, and
Yes.
he gets this really good script, and he's like, "Oh, we have to make this, and we have to get top action star Kit Walker. I don't know his name, who is Eddie Murphy."
Yeah.
The thing is, he refuses to do it, so they decide to film the film anyway, and make him believe that it was all real, and they kind of just secretly film him.
Yeah.
And then they edit in other shots and all that kind of thing, and it's very funny. 'Cause
No,
it's-
that's not happens. They get a guy who looks like him.
no, they actually do it as well. They actually do trick him as well, and they also get it look like
Oh.
for the other scene.
They get this guy who looks like who's also Eddie Murphy, but he's
Yes.
this really nervous, geeky guy, and he's not really good at
I think it's
acting.
his brother.
I don't know. It's been years since I saw it.
Very good movie, very funny,
Okay.
well worth it. Keep it together.
Keep it together.
Keep it
Unlike
together,
what
keep it
you
together.
guys just did, but okay.
All right.
You got your moderator voice on, do you know that?
Yeah.
Do I? Do I have a
Yeah,
voice?
you do, yeah.
Do I have a voice?
Unlike you guys. I was like,
No.
there
Well.
it is.
I'm moderator.
Yeah, there's a
Wah, wah,
tone.
wah, wah.
I didn't know I did that.
Yeah.
I thought I was more high pitched than normal.
You do it as well, though.
Oh, I'm sure we all do it.
Yeah.
Oh, he puts on his debating voice.
Yeah. It's kind of
He
scary.
does that, yeah. He does the debating voice.
Intimidating.
Shall we?
Yes.
Yeah. Apparently, we still sound exactly the same to my mother.
Do we?
Yeah.
So we haven't changed at all, even though we've made no effort to change. Okay, sorry,
Right,
Jason.
I'm not even sure how the hell this starts. Okay, but okay. In the closet, in the closet, in the closet, in the closet. Geeks in the closet,
In the closet. In the closet. In the closet. In the closet.
Geeks in the closet,
Closet.
Geeks in the closet,
In the closet.
In the closet, in the closet, in the closet,
In the
Geeks. In the closet.
Where's the high pitch bit? I don't know what it
Geeks. Geeks.
In the closet, in the closet, in the closet.
Hello and welcome to this week's exciting episode of Geeks in the Closet. This is episode I have just lost count.
11.
Oh,
12.
12 apparently. Okay. This is moderated to you by Jay, and to my left I have
Fran.
and to my right I have
Conor.
Great.
I'm back.
He's back. Oh yeah, you weren't here.
Yeah.
I forgot we were happy once.
That came too quick to your tongue, my friend. I thought we were friends.
Yeah. Well, okay. We kind of are hazing him a bit too much, lately, aren't we?
Yeah, you kind of. It's kind of a running gag though, but it's funny, so I'm fine with it.
I'm sure someone else will get the brunt of it at some point. But I guess we'll fly in and let's see how our week in Geek has been. I suppose we'll go with Conor since he's been MIA for a while.
I have. I'm back from my feminist rally, as apparently I was at. Thanks for that. First thing I did week in Geek wise was I listened to a podcast, Geeks in the Closet. Have you ever heard of it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
No, go
it's
on.
alright.
Yeah, it's
no,
tickling
it's
something.
special. It was funny. Made me laugh. I really like. You did well on the comparisons of the Game of Thrones houses to.
We don't need your approval.
Yeah,
we know we did a
we
good
know we're
job.
good.
We are strong, confident podcasters. We don't need
no
man.
Connor. I trained you well.
Well, there's the episode title.
I'm writing it down. But yeah, no.
So besides burning bras, what did you
Besides
do?
burning bras and listening to podcasts, I listened to a different podcast as well. Which
Okay.
I actually did this all today, but it's brilliant. So
Okay.
I was browsing Reddit, came across this post. It was like, "Hey guys, I just listened to podcast X, and I want something in a similar vein." The night kind of intrigued me. It was called "Return to the Night Vale." I was like, "That's a weird name for a podcast."
It is quite strange. It's
And
like
then I looked into it and I realized, of course, it makes so much sense. There's podcasts out there that are essentially
Specifically
radio
about-
plays.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
okay.
They're narratives.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're audiobooks in another way of putting it.
Okay.
But someone then recommended, if you liked Return of the Night Vale, you'll really like this. It was called The Message.
okay.
So there's 8 episodes. The longest episode is 22 minutes. The shortest one is 7. They're very bite-sized chunks.
Okay.
I listened to them all on the way to work today and on the way back, and there was very heavy traffic on the way back to work. So you get it in a trip to work and a half. Brilliant. It was brilliant. I came in the door. I didn't even say hello to T. I was just like, "Oh my god, you have to listen to this podcast. I have 10 minutes left in the last episode. It's really tense. I'm not talking to you." And I just put in the headphones and listened to the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Basic premise is that you're listening to what's her name again? Caitlin Tomlin, who is she just got her master's in linguistics, and she just started an internship at Cipher Labs. They're a group that just are expert cryptologists. They
Is this
crack
real
codes
life?
and stuff.
Is this real
I'll
life?
just tell you. And then
All
you
right.
find out.
Okay. Go on.
So episode 1 is she chanced her arm and rang up and said, "Look, I'd love to be a for free intern to just work there with you guys, and my one condition is I'll work for free as long as I can podcast and interview you guys as you're working and talk about your work."
Okay.
And that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
But what's very cool is she arrives just in the nick of time because they've just been employed by the NSA to translate a code or a secret message that they know is extraterrestrial in origin.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's so good. It's really, really good. The acting's
Wow.
unbelievable. The story is really tense. Like every time an episode ended, I was like, "Ooh, I have to listen to the next one right now." Very, very good. And as I said, very easy to listen to the whole thing in one go.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
I really highly recommend it. So it's called The Message, and you can get it on anything, just like our podcast.
And what type of time span does it cover?
A couple of weeks. So when it was initially released, it's only the last episode was only released 5 months ago. So the gap between each episode represents how much happened in the story. So each episode is a week apart from the last episode.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's 8 weeks long.
Okay.
The storyline. Very, very good. Anyway, other things I did, I don't know if you saw, I started playing Uncharted 2, A Thief's Revenge, I think it's called, or something.
Yeah, sounds right.
A Thief something. Anyway, that's not important. Yeah, no, it's really, really good. I had finished the first Uncharted game a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I left it for a while, came back. Just, they're such good games. I mean,
Is there a big improvement from the last games in like
yes,
graphics wise?
Well, graphics wise, there isn't a huge difference because they've all been remastered.
Yeah, okay.
On the version that I have. But no, gameplay has changed. There's certain elements that stayed, and then there's certain new elements that came in.
Yeah.
Now there's as well that the scenery changed an awful lot.
Okay.
Like the opening, it opens in a snowy Himalayan mountain.
Oh, that's totally different. Yeah.
And then then you're kind of flipping over and back between that and a flashback, and then the next bit you're breaking into a museum. Then you're in war-torn Nepal, and you're going through a cityscape, and then you're in a jungle again, and it just keeps changing. So it's really different in that sense. More characters, not much more interesting plot, but a very different plot. Very good. Really got into it straight away. Yeah, no, I again highly recommend that as well. I'm hoping to finish it and start and finish Uncharted 3 before Uncharted 4 comes out.
Still the same. Good story. Nice humor.
Good story. Humor is slightly better. I think they kind of. I get a feeling that the actors really kind of settled into it much quicker. Because the first one they were probably getting used to doing that kind of acting.
Yeah.
With the motion cap suit and the acting when there's no one or nothing there.
Okay.
But they kind of seem to have gotten into it more.
Yeah.
The second one.
And still very Nathan Fillion meets Indiana Jones meets Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Cool.
All of the
Okay.
above. Oh, you just reminded me of a way to describe the message. Sorry, I know I ranted on about it.
Go on. Yeah.
It's an audio sci-fi Blair Witch project.
Ooh.
If that makes it easier to understand. So like something happens,
But a radio Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something happens and your wand is taken along for the ride, and she's just documenting everything.
Cool.
Like it's in her pocket recording.
No, they know she's recording, right?
Oh, right.
And she interviews some people. Then.
Cool.
But yes, no,
I don't know why this has popped into my head. Was anyone seen? Mikey pointed me towards this. The Joker interviews or something like that. I can't remember.
Joker interviews.
You can watch them all on YouTube, but it's all meant to be following up the Joker story after the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight, yeah. And it's him in Arkham Asylum.
Is it Heath Ledger?
No, but it's someone who does a damn good job at being him.
Is it audio or video?
It's video.
Okay.
It's quite good. I never actually got to the end of it for some reason. I don't know, but I was loving it while I was listening to it. It's very good.
Excuse me,
cool.
it was a cut.
Such a very mechanical sounding cough.
Very mechanical. It's almost like a message.
Hey!
Okay,
Awesome
so
segue.
Fran, I've never done that before. Fran, how was your week in Geek?
What have I done on my week in Geek? I have seen the Jungle Book, the newest Jungle Book movie.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it's good. It's not going to change your world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as great as everyone makes it out to be, but it's not bad.
Okay.
So it's grand.
It's grand. I was talking to people, they're like, "Oh my god, it's amazing! It's fantastic! It's animation is class, setting is class, whatever." But really, it's not gonna revolutionize.
But like, it's not a revolutionary story.
No.
And we've all seen it before.
And they're not revamping it. Like, it is the same old story, isn't it? More
Yeah, but like, it's definitely one you can miss, unfortunately.
I've heard it said that they do the original songs and that they don't really gel with the new style. But
I heard that too. One of them 100% definitely just fits in perfectly. The other one, you just get the idea that like everyone knows the song, everyone loves the song. Let's just stick it in and
hope for the best.
bare necessities.
No, Bare Necessities works really well.
I'd say it's Wanna Be Like You.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Literally, it's like, why is he singing? This situation does not call
That's
for
what
this.
I feel whenever I see a musical. It's like, why are they singing now? Why do they all know the choreography? This makes no sense to me.
But at least, like, for the Bare
I just-
Necessities, Baloo is just chilling out and he's just singing along.
amazing.
Like, there's nothing.
I just treat every musical like the Buffy musical episode, where it's some demon that's magically compelling them to do that, and they can't help it.
What else have I done? I've bought Infamous Second Son for the PS4.
Yeah, you've been playing it like a dog.
Yeah, well, a lot of people will know about it. It's one of the first games that came out for the PS4. It's a PS4 exclusive. The graphics are amazing. It's a really fun game to play. It's not overly hard or complicated. It's open world. Kind of gives a GTA kind of vibe, but it's not as on not such a grand scale. It's a lot more concise. I'm enjoying it. It's a bit of crack. It's it's popcorn game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
there's nothing too
Have you gotten a
special
few
about
more
it.
powers? Because I've only seen Neon.
You get 4 powers. I've got 3 because the whole plot relies on you getting the 4th one. Do you know the other way? So that's not going to come till the end, I imagine. I got 3 powers. Neon, which means you can travel around at the speed of light.
Yeah.
In like a neon blur. I've got smoke, which means you can shoot fireballs and you can
Dissipate
and stuff like that. Like move around in the smoke.
And probably do a smoke screen as well, that kind of thing.
Yeah. There's number 3, which is one I recently got, is video. Video. So what that is you can give yourself wings and fly video wings. You can, if you dash into
Why did you say video wings like it would make sense? What?
Is it video like the tapes, VHS tapes?
it's all just pixel. It's all pixel. Everything's pixelated.
Oh.
Okay.
You can make yourself invisible.
It's like you're using static, sort of, as a power. Is it like the?
No, it's pixel. Like if you want to make a sword, you make a pixelated sword.
Oh, I was kind of imagining. Do you remember on the old TVs where you'd have the screen that was white with all the little dots? You know,
Snow.
the snow type
no,
thing.
it's
Okay, it's not like
pixels.
Okay.
And if you run into like a Wi-Fi antenna, it beams you across
that.
to
Oh,
another one. That's cool. There's ups and downs. The game has a karma level thingy, so if you do something good, you go up in the good scales. You do something bad, you go up in the bad scales.
Yeah.
And the balance out. Now the problem is that I'm doing a little from column A and a little from column B.
Yeah.
And we'll like
Does
right
the other
online-
scale go down?
Yeah,
when
it's
the
like
one goes up?
whatever you start off doing, you start off in that scale.
Is it 1 bar or is it 2?
No, it's 1. So you
Okay.
have to, if you start off in the good, doing good things, you'll go up in good,
Yeah.
and every bad thing you do will reduce that
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you go up
gotcha.
in the bad.
Yeah.
Now, people were giving out about this online before I started playing it. I think it's a good idea, but what's problematic for me is that I'm playing both sides of the game.
Yeah.
As in,
So you're just nothing.
I'm nothing, and they give you certain advantages in different powers if you're all bad or all good.
So you can't be medium.
But if you're medium, you just get like the bare essentials.
Yeah.
So like there's things like summoning demons that I can't do because you need to be
Not
really
all
evil.
bad.
But can you go the whole way down, get those things, and then go the whole way up?
And retain them.
I don't think so. No, you lose them then.
Okay, right. Okay.
And it's kind of hard, like, because if you kill a civilian in passing, which is kind of like real life if you're really superior. If you kill a civilian in passing,
Well, he's not wrong.
Okay.
yeah, like,
go
I mean,
on,
like,
go on. Yeah.
basically the whole idea of the story is that there's government agencies set up to stop people developing superpowers and to track them down and put them in prison.
Yeah.
The problem is they have a massive foothold in Seattle, which is where the story is set, and they're everywhere. And basically, you can't do anything without triggering some of their alarms, and then they're on you in a flash.
Yeah.
And they're like, for basically just generic foot soldiers in a game, they are extremely hard to kill.
Yeah.
And even on a normal level, like
I kind of like that though. 'cause
yes, they're not easy. Like, you know, in Dragon Age, if you're fighting foot soldiers, you can get through like
Oh, yeah.
a horde of them in a couple of minutes. Like these guys, quite clever. They have snipers on roofs. They've got their own.
The snipers are a bitch. Yeah.
Oh, they're killer. But anyway, you end up using like a radial attack to get yourself out of a tight situation, and I've killed a serious amount of civilians. But then everything else I'm doing is good, so I just keep balancing myself out.
A lot of collateral damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it easier, do you think, to go
go
all
bad?
bad?
It'd be so easy, because if you take out somebody, you have a choice between killing them or subduing them.
Yeah.
So I always try to subdue them, but if I just kept killing them, my evil rating would go way up.
Yeah.
Way up. But I'd feel like my character at the minute wouldn't. And someone said this online, like, there's no real prerogative for being evil. Like, your
Oh,
character
so if you're
doesn't
like
have-
purely evil, do you go into a cutscene where you seem like a nice guy?
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
And you're
totally.
and you're
yeah.
talking really rationally to your brother, who's the other character. You don't play him, but he's the main
And
character.
you're like, Steve, you just butchered everybody down the road.
I was like, no. So playing that, enjoying it, I'm not taking it too seriously. Also watching Gavin and Stacey, which is a throwback.
Oh yeah, I
never got
Did
into
we
that.
watch that
So funny.
drunk? We here once.
Possibly. I think maybe you showed me an episode of it. But isn't that the program where there's always the thing with that isn't a normal thing for a guy and his
nephew.
to
And
be
you
doing.
never find
Yeah,
out what
yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It's wrecking my head. They give you little tidbits along the way, and they like all I know now is it was on a boat. It was really cold, and somehow soup was involved. That's all we know.
Cold on a boat and there was soup.
Yeah, and gravity somehow shouldn't it shouldn't have happened because of gravity, but it did. And he
I wonder is it one of those things that they don't even know what it is?
Oh yeah, it's
It's very funny. How I came to that was I watched The Wrong Man's, which I
The Wrong
recommended
Man's
to you.
is great.
And then from there went from James Corden, just followed him backwards. Have you finished The Wrong Man's?
I finished the first season.
Okay, there's
Haven't
only
seen
4
season
episodes in
2.
the second season. Have you watched it?
I never even heard
On
of it.
Netflix.
It's very good. I
hilarious.
recommended it to T, but he's probably filed it under not gonna watch. The Wrong Man's on Netflix, T. It's very good.
Speaking of Netflix, I just remembered. I forgot to say I've been watching The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh,
Season 2.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
I love Titus.
It's good.
It's very
Unbreakable.
Oh, damn it.
It's
a
a
miracle.
It's very good.
It's very hard to sing along to, but it's a great theme song.
Oh yeah.
So that's what TV, film, games. Yeah, I'm done.
He's done. Okay.
Cool.
Or just you.
Yeah, no, my week in Geek, not the greatest weeks in Geek, really. I haven't played as much as I normally do, but I played a little bit more of The Witness, and there's this thing in The Witness, right? There's this mountain, and you've got to get all these beams to unlock something at the top of the mountain. This is what I thought. I was like, okay, I've got to get into this mountain. Like I've got to do the thing. There's going to be something massive. I've been sending these beams up to the specific spot in that mountain, and I just got enough beams, and everything went up, and then I finally figured out the puzzle at the top.
Oh,
and then
did you figure that? That took
it opened up, and it went psh, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting inside the mountain. And it all opened up, and I went down the stairs, and then I looked around and went, oh good holy god, there's more puzzles down here. And then I turned the game off, and I haven't turned it on again since. But I was like, finally I'm gonna get some concrete answers. And I got more puzzles, and I was like,
You've caught up with me now.
Have I
got, you know, the first room you get to when you go into the mountain.
Yeah.
I've solved 2 puzzles in there.
Okay.
And then I was like, enough, and I turned it off, and I haven't gone back to it in a while, but I really want to.
Yeah.
But it's good. I was looking at because I saw it came up on my PlayStation that you were playing it, and I saw you got one laser that I didn't, and I got a laser that you didn't.
What have I got that you haven't?
I can't remember which one, but the one I don't have, the one I got that you didn't was the jungle one.
Oh, the one with the... Oh,
With the
yeah.
bird
No,
singing.
I'm really close to the end of that. I think I might be on the last one, but now it's all making weird noises, and I can't figure out what it is now.
Yeah.
Because it was the birds, and then it stopped being the birds and started being the other noises, and I was like, oh,
I think you got the treehouse one, did you?
yeah, I've done the treehouse.
That one. That
That took a bit of thinking as well, a bit of lateral thinking, but I got there in the end.
It's God, it's a very good game.
Yeah.
It's a very, very good game. Have you? We keep giving you more games to play. Poor Fran.
Can't do that. He's got to catch up in whatchamacallit,
Elder
thingamajiggy, Elder Scrolls.
Which I've been
There you
instructed not to play anymore.
go. No, because he'll never catch up then.
It's true, I won't.
He'll never catch
See,
up.
this is the thing. I'm like, to be honest, I don't think Fran's ever going to.
Because I was looking at my newsfeed and I was like, he's finished the Mages Guild storyline. Conor, stop it! We could all be finished the Mages Guild storyline
Together.
So that's the only thing I've been playing. I haven't played anything else. And
Watching anything?
Yeah, not the usual. I was watching. I watched the Ong Bak trilogy, which is a dubbed martial arts trilogy. Mike can be really proud of me. But like, it's been a long time since I watched something that's really, really good, but is dubbed so badly that it's great. It's so bad. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Yeah, T is doing the mouth thing. Yeah, it's really bad. But it's not only really bad in that you can tell it's definitely not them talking because the mouths don't match up. It's not that. It's the fact that they found the weirdest English speaking people to dub it ever, who are doing these weird kooky voices that just like
ruins it.
It's so bad. It's good again. It's hilarious. It's like it's intentionally just awful, but the action scenes are so well done. It's like Jackie Chan on speed. It's pretty damn good.
That's one cause I have a concern of Final Fantasy VII Remake and 15.
Yeah,
is I'm like, is the dubbing gonna be really off? Because I can't remember, like, playing 7, obviously that's not a problem because there is no dubbing. It's just changing the text.
Yeah, no, I'd say they might just fix the animations to make it look like it'll be separate.
That's a lot of work.
What about 10? 10 is voice actor, isn't it?
Yeah, but
they didn't.
It's badly dubbed.
That's not.
No, it's not badly dubbed, but it's badly voice acted by just by Titus. Really, whoever did Titus was pretty bad.
But I think the problem with it is that I don't know. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any cutscenes with it in Japanese, but I'd say if you watch both, I'd say the visual doesn't match up with either language. I'd say it's just generic mouth moving, roughly.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed anything because a lot of it wasn't like when they're talking, it isn't full CGI most of the time.
Yeah, no, never.
So you wouldn't really notice their mouth movements that often, but no, it kind of is important though because as Conor has said before, if you ask Japanese people what the best Final Fantasy is, a lot of them would say 10. And if you ask Europeans what the best Final Fantasy is, a lot of them say 7. But I think they think the main difference is that the voice acting for 10 in the European is terrible, and it's very good in the Japanese.
Because it's a great story, and it's one of my. It's a brilliant game.
Oh yeah.
It's just I really do think that the laughing scene.
Oh, the laughing scene's awful. It's in. If anyone watches, if anybody watches PlayStation Access, that was one of the things that like you don't want your mum to walk in the middle of you playing. You're like, no, I swear, it's really good, but
just not this
bit that you happen to walk in on. It was kind of like when myself and Fran were watching Game of Thrones initially, and the girls we lived with at the time didn't know what Game of Thrones was like, and they used to always walk in during a sex scene. We're like, no,
we're not watching porn together.
It's not porn. It's very good, and we're not watching it because of this. It's the other stuff that you're not currently seeing. Don't leave. They're gone. Okay.
And then once they go, it goes straight into a really deep and meaningful conversation.
Yeah. So
it's always the way.
I guess that's it. That's my week in geek. Hopefully I'll get back to playing more games because I have some time off work next week, which would be nice. So I'll get doing something new, I hope. Maybe Ratchet and Clank. I don't know.
Did you buy that yet?
One more GTA. No, I haven't bought it yet, but like I wanted to play.
It's getting good reports.
Oh, I'd say it's great. Yeah, no, I wanted to play GTA during the week, but like I was always too tired after work. I was like, I can't sit down to play GTA now, even though I really wanted to. No, it's really good.
Casual.
It's really good. It's really good. It just requires me being awake to play it.
Yeah. Generally, things do require you to be awake.
Things do, yeah. So, I guess we will move on now, and we shall start doing. And I'm stalling for time, but I think we're gonna do news. Fran, do you want to go first?
Yes.
Oh, should we maybe tell them what happened with the news?
That this week we're totally half-arsing it.
This
is different this week. We've all just selected 2 or 3 little bits of news that we've gathered ourselves instead of designating one person as the news
researcher
or researcher.
Which, if it works out more interesting, we might keep doing.
Yeah, let us know if you prefer this version or you'd actually like us to do our jobs properly. Contact us at Geeks ITC. Fran, off you go.
Okay, well, my eclectic pieces of news starts off with that Microsoft says goodbye to the Xbox 360.
Bye-bye.
It's said to stop producing the Xbox 360, which has sold more than 80 million units since it first launched in 2005. It was the company's primary gaming console until it launched Xbox One in 2013. And Microsoft said in a blog post it would continue to sell existing inventory of the consoles and would continue to provide customer support.
Alright, so it's
the servers and stuff aren't going.
Not yet, but they're stopped physically making the
considering the servers for PlayStation 2 only finished
a
couple of months ago.
So you might know this, but any move to PlayStation of the same thing,
I don't
PlayStation
think
3.
Nothing has reared its head concerning that.
Okay.
What they did say in a statement was that while they've had an amazing run, the realities of manufacturing a product over a decade old are starting to creep up on us. And that was from Phil Spencer, who's the head of Microsoft's Xbox division.
Cool guy.
Yep. And just as a little aside, at the minute Microsoft currently offers over 100 video game titles with its backwards compatibility. So like really there is no reason to have an Xbox 360 anymore.
You can play all these games
exactly.
on the Xbox One, and actually they have to discontinue at some point. I'm kind of surprised it lasted this
exactly
long.
I was surprised to find this popping up in my news because you never see brand new Xbox 360s anymore. They're all second hand.
You
know what I mean. I don't know where you can go to buy one. Probably I know I do. But yes,
I know what you mean though. Like the places where you'd normally go for consoles won't have brand new ones anymore.
Some other news, of course, because I only have one piece of news. News is a plural, so there must be more.
Wait, what's singular of news? New?
A newt.
I like
it. Did you know that there's a Watership Down remake on the horizon?
I've heard of this, yes, and I'm terrified.
Well, everyone is, because everyone's like, "What is this going to be?" Because the first one was so shocking,
and the cartoon series was also
it was vicious. But it's been made by the BBC and it's going to be streamed on Netflix as well across the world. Interesting casting news as well.
Hit me.
It's going to be CG.
I wish we were video calls.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just hit Jay when he said hit me.
And I smiled.
We're such good friends.
We're the two best friends that anyone could ever have.
Are you finished?
Yeah. Are you ready to talk now?
Yes.
Has the tide finally turned? Are we cutting Fran out now?
We kind of just did, didn't we?
Yes, I'm free.
I'm so fickle. I'll turn on you next in a second again.
I know.
Are you
Sorry,
finished?
sorry. Yeah, Fran, please do enlighten us about. Yeah, go on.
Okay. It's going to feature James McAvoy,
Oh, that's
Cool.
good.
Ben Kingsley,
Very good.
John Boyega,
Yes.
and one more
John Boyega.
is Star
Finn.
Wars.
Star Wars. Finn
Yeah.
from Star Wars.
Yeah. Of James. John
That
Boyega
Star Wars is already helping.
His
out.
surname always sounds like a
Oh.
celebration to me. Boyega.
and Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
beast.
From so James McAvoy and Nicholas
Yeah.
Hoult have worked together before.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very closely.
So I think it's going to be a very interesting one.
Ah.
All together. Yeah, that was the first thing I
It's
heard.
such an intense story when it's about rabbits, the most insipid, helpless creatures ever.
Oh, I've just been playing it cool for the last while, but I've just realised what this movie is. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Yeah. Yeah, there was complaints that this was aired around. It was aired around Christmas time or
No.
something like that. Was it Easter time?
Easter Sunday.
Oh, of course it was Easter time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Buddies.
there was a lot of complaints. Yeah,
It's quite vicious.
yeah,
And as well, it's also, which is hilarious because the song that was written for the film
yeah.
is just so light and airy fairy.
Is
You know,
it?
Bright Eyes.
Go on, sing
Bright
it
Eyes
there.
and Bushy Tails.
Bright eyes burning like fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's one of Simon and Garfunkel wrote
Yeah.
and sang it.
Ah.
And then Stephen
So
Gates.
Simon or Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know who Gemma Arterton is?
Arkinson.
The
No,
name
Arterton.
rings a bell.
No.
Art-
She's also going to be in it as well. I don't know who she is.
Okay.
That's really annoying me. I think I do know who she is.
If she's blonde and attractive, then I know her. I think.
Oh, she came
Not on a
up
personal
somewhere when I
level.
was researching. That's why she came up somewhere when I was researching Final Fantasy VII
Casting news.
Casting.
Oh.
Okay.
I think she was in a James Bond film. I think she was in Casino Royale.
She was in Casino Royale.
She might have been someone. We'll look into that in a second.
Yes, we will.
when one of you. I'll
Okay.
look into that. There's some Wheel of Time news if people are fans of the old Wheel of Time.
No
Jane,
spoilers. No
so
spoilers.
excited.
I'm saving that last book.
It's spoiler
My
free.
deathbed.
Where are you now?
Well, like I've read all of them. I'm just going over them again, except for the last one. So, like,
Yeah.
instead of reading the last one, I decided to read the whole series again, and then struggled. I'm currently about to start book 8
Of 14.
of 14.
And they're all sizable books.
They're
I know,
all
I've seen them on
massive
shelves.
books. Yeah,
I just couldn't face that commitment.
best
Anyway.
fantasy series ever written.
Oh, I believe it, but I just can't face that commitment.
You should.
Okay. Fine.
Well, the following is a press statement that was released by Harriet Jordan, who is Robert Jordan, the
Yeah.
author's surviving widow. And it said that is as follows. Wanted to share with you exciting news about the Wheel of Time. Legal issues have been resolved. The Wheel of Time will become a cutting-edge TV series. I couldn't be more pleased. Look for the official announcement coming soon from a major studio.
Who do you think it
Ole mole 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 mole.
And that is the appropriate response to this news. So it is like, it was always kind of, will they, won't they, will they, won't they, they can't, it's impossible, and now apparently they are.
Oh.
is? Well, a lot of things have always been referred to as unfilmable and have since come out. Like Watchmen was for many years considered unfilmable.
Lord of the Rings was on film.
Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. This is clearly.
God,
the
I
latest one
hope
to shed that title.
it's the crowd that are making Game of Thrones and they can just.
They wouldn't take
stop.
it on, I wouldn't say.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'd say it's one of HBO's main competitors because they're like, we need something like Game of Thrones but better.
We know Game of Thrones is ending in like next season or the season after possibly.
well, people are worried because
13 episodes.
I
They
heard
crossed
15.
two
I heard
series.
15.
Okay. Oh,
I heard
13.
7 and 6, which makes...
We've all heard different numbers then. Okay.
So
Right.
after this season, there's supposedly going to be only
2.
13 episodes
Yeah,
after.
split
Yeah.
across
I
2
heard
years.
15.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
People are worried because like the spectrum at the minute is Game of Thrones on one end, which is
Yeah.
a major fantasy book turned into a TV series, which
Yeah.
is doing quite well.
Yes.
And on the other end, I haven't seen it, but apparently
Shannara.
The
is it?
Swords of Shannara,
Yeah.
which was produced by MTV, and they're saying it's dire.
Well, listen, I read the book and I thought it was crap as well. I didn't get past the 3rd chapter or something.
But that's because you read Lord of the Rings, and it's unabashedly
It's
yeah. So, but anyway, people are just saying like people who love Wheel of Time tend to also quite enjoy the Swords of Shannara, but apparently the TV series of that just didn't cut mustard, and they're worried.
well, if you do it properly, they will like it. If you
Yeah.
do it half-arse, they won't.
I think the main thing is just the producers of anything, whenever they're adapting a book or comic book or anything, they need to really respect and understand the source
Yeah.
material.
Yeah, well, the thing about Harriet was his editor,
Oh, right.
So she's very involved in the whole Wheel of Time thing.
And she takes it very
handpicked
seriously.
from
So she's not
Sanderson.
just like the
The
widow.
widow.
She
She's-
actually
yeah.
had a hand in all the books.
And myself and Jay
Oh
watched
yeah.
basically because some I think it was FXX had the rights to produce
The TV series.
Yeah.
and their timeline was running out. They had to produce a pilot, and they aired it like 3 a.m. one night.
They had the rights to
middle
Wheel
of
of
the week.
Time. Is what he's
Yeah.
saying. So
Yeah.
they had, but they were about to lose it.
So to kind
extend
of
it.
refresh.
Yeah.
So
the
Fantastic
rights.
Four.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Fox were about to lose it. They rebooted it and just said, "Quick, let's make another one." It was really shit, and basically that's what happened with Wheel of Time.
Yeah, but apparently Harry didn't know they were even making the pilot, and
Yeah,
she
she
wasn't
hadn't a clue.
impressed. And it was like, because she said she wasn't impressed, there was like legal action threatened and stuff. Now
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
since
yeah.
calmed down, and they've.
But like it
Pull
was
back
the
the
worst
claws.
acting we've ever seen. It was Billy Zane was in it as well. It was terrible acting.
so bad.
Billy Zane of Phantom fame.
Anyway, that was bad, and she had no problem saying online that was bad. So I
It
think,
was shocking.
yeah, but I think if she's going to be involved in the process, she's not afraid to
Yeah.
publicly denounce things.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She's going to be a good watchdog.
As long as they take it as seriously as the Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones, they'll be fine, because the level of detail they put into those and love they put into those is why they're so successful. Like, you could make a small movie for every episode of Game of Thrones. Like, I'm pretty sure that would stack up. You could make a low budget movie.
And it's
On-
5 million
on-
per episode.
Yeah, there you go. You can make a low budget movie on that. Like, and that's what they do.
The first season of Game of Thrones was 1 million per episode,
Wow.
and the latest one is something like 9 million per episode.
Damn.
So they've really upped their ante.
yeah.
What else have I got in news in my back pocket? Oh yeah, Robert. No, not Robert.
We've
Pat
gotten a lot
Rothfuss.
more out of you than I thought we would.
That's what they all say.
He's back.
Pat Rothfuss?
Now this is, as I said before, and this is more of a gossip column.
Oh,
than
yeah,
anything
go on,
else, right?
go on.
Pat
Yeah.
Rothfuss was tweeting as he always does during the week, and one of his tweets was working backwards. The first tweet I saw was one of his last tweets, and that
Yeah.
was just had one of the most important meetings of my entire life. And then I found out I was wearing my cardigan backwards or inside out or something like that, right? And everyone's
I
like,
feel his pain.
everyone's like, oh, then that's good luck, blah blah blah. You know, that's me now. But anyway, apparently, and then before that, he was asking people to tweet to him what do you think are the most important story plots and pivotal moments in
Please say his own series.
The Name of the Wind. And he goes,
Thank God.
specifically The Name of the Wind, not the series, the
Yeah.
book, The Name of the Wind.
And not Wise Man's Fear.
No, and he's
Right.
like, and who are your favorite characters and character relationships in specifically this and this and this and this. So basically, it looks like he was gathering information.
So he's actually
While
started
that
working on the last
Yeah.
book.
No, for TV series
Shit.
because Lionsgate have bought the rights and
Lionsgate do know who they're talking to
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's lazier than George R. R. Martin.
lazy is a hard word. Let's say slow. He's slower than
He's
George.
slower than George R. R. Martin
So,
and
yeah.
lazier.
But apparently, it's coming to fruition.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
Difference is though, his series is only 2 books long at the moment, and it's only gonna be a trilogy.
Oh
so
God.
that's a
there
bit different
huge
to George
gaps?
R. R. Martin.
Oh, I read the last book when we were in college.
It was freaking awesome though.
Was it recently released at that point?
Yeah, it was brand new.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
But apparently, an article has surfaced since this news broke, where referenced in 2007, where when the Name of the Wind was coming out and people were getting interviewing him and stuff like that, he was saying like, I have all 3 books written.
Yeah, he was.
He's like, I'm not going to be one of those authors who makes people wait years. It's going to be 1 book a year for the next 3 years. And I know what it feels like to wait. All the work is done. I just need to polish it. It is now, I think, coming into 8 years since the book was published.
That would make sense. Yeah.
That's horrendous.
Yeah. So yeah, he lies.
He's just revising
he
them.
lies.
Yeah. He's just
don't know about
editing.
that.
He's crossing the T's and dotting the I's. That's all he's doing.
Etc. Etc.
That's my news.
Interesting news.
Jesus, right.
I have bits of news. They're all small and bite-sized chunks, but they're interesting.
Okay.
One,
Name out.
Iron Man has been confirmed to. Sorry, not Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr., the actor, has been
Same guy.
confirmed. No, he's going to be confirmed to be in the solo Spider-Man film upcoming.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So whether he's there,
That was
as
rumored.
Iron
already.
Man, the superhero, or as Tony Stark,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
billionaire. Who I know it's the same person, but you know what I mean. Like, who's to know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's like, it's not a surprise, but it's nice to know.
No, apparently from the comics. That's a storyline.
What do they do? Suit?
I'm not entirely sure, but the whole homecoming thing. I think Steve Rogers and Tony Stark are supposed to be a part of that storyline. So people were speculating when they saw the Spider-Man Homecoming title that both of them, or one of them at least, would be in the. So that's confirmed then. They're in the movie.
Yeah, it is. So it's going to be interesting. Of course, when we're talking about Marvel, stick with it. Captain America is out as of recording.
He's out?
It's out. No. Civil War. Captain America Civil War, the film, has been released today.
Go on,
in Ireland, or in Europe, I mean. And so far, apparently, this is very early days. I don't know how they could even have a figure. They've earned $38.7 million in 2 days.
Jesus.
In Europe alone?
In wherever it's been released. I think it was released in Australia earlier. I think it was maybe Wednesday it was released in Australia. So it got 38.7 million in 2 days, not counting the fact that America is going to be its biggest one, obviously. So it seems like it's doing really, really well already.
Yeah, no, I've heard early reviews, like non-spoilery ones, and just
I've avoided
very positive,
any
very
reviews
positive,
like
very
the plague.
positive.
One of my co-workers, goddammer, got to go to the premiere of it.
Bitch.
I know. With her husband, and they went to it, they saw it, and I just the next day, all week pretty much in work, I just, whenever she walked past, I just clasp my hands over my ears, because she wouldn't spoil anything, but she would be like, "Oh my god, it was terrible."
Does this
or something
co-worker
like that.
know about us?
No.
This thing that we do?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's the whole point of Geeks in the
Okay.
Closet, I thought. We're all in the closet about this. But what I thought was kind of cool, I didn't get to look at it at all. She did give me a magazine that was handed out at the premiere of like the history of Captain America. It's like, because Captain America, the character, is 75 now.
God bless him.
So
Doesn't look a day over 30.
You took a second there.
Yeah,
didn't you?
like, how old does he look?
So in some more news, just to stay with our superhero movie thing, Ben Affleck and Jeff Johns.
Who's Jeff Johns?
Jeff Johns, good you asked, because I didn't know a minute ago and then I looked it up.
Yeah.
He's the chief creative officer of DC and the DC Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what's his equivalent in Marvel? What's his name again?
Stan Lee?
No.
Stanley Kubrick.
No. Stanley Kubrick.
I don't know names. Let's move on.
Okay, let's. There's kind of a lot of rumors flying around that they are definitely going to have full creative control over the solo Batman film.
Great.
That Ben Affleck will star in and possibly direct.
Great.
I heard he wrote it as well. No. He wrote the script.
It
possibly direct.
hadn't been confirmed that he was going to direct it. Like I think everyone had just decided that Ben Affleck was going to direct the Batman movie, and it wasn't actually confirmed. But it got to the point where everyone was kind of like, "Oh, it's happening!
Yeah.
It's happening!"
It's a rumor.
But now it actually is happening, so it is news that it is happening now.
Yes. So that's kind of cool. What's my last little bit of wait? What was my other bit? Oh yeah. Pictures have leaked of the upcoming Power Ranger. Remake.
I've seen the one that we won. What's color?
Okay.
Yeah.
T is doing what can only be described as the pose from the Titanic. Paint me like one of your French girls. So I'm kind of nervous. Right, go on.
I don't even know what's going on. I wasn't even looking. Just of what's the actress's name again?
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
They've totally changed everything.
Okay.
Everything. It seems like, because in the TV series that we all knew and loved,
she's just a witch with a funny
she
head.
was just a witch. Yeah, she had a kind of like a big brown, kind of loads of chains and stuff dress, and then a weird hat / maybe it was her hair.
Yeah, it looked like
massive horns.
the bad guy from Sleeping Beauty. What's her name?
Maleficent.
Maleficent.
Yeah, like that. Not anymore. It's so, first of all, in the TV show, it used to be that she would make these little creatures out of clay, put them through this big machine,
the putties,
the Putty Patrol, and then she did the same with these monsters.
Yeah,
and then that was fine. But this, it seems like she goes down and battles the Rangers herself.
Oh,
because it's very more like a kind of a Bug Queen type battle armor type stuff. It's,
Bug Queen.
Like, she has some sort of weird.
Does that mean she's going to be birthing the putties?
I don't think so. I just think it's just she's more a battle armor type thing. She has a big staff as well, like the original. But just they went in a totally different direction. So that kind of tells me that they're really revamping. Who knows if that's improving or disimproving the Power Rangers?
Let's hope there's still morphin' time.
Oh god, yeah. If there's no Morphin Town, there's no point in having any Power Rangers. I think that's my news.
Done? Finito?
Yes, that is my
You
news.
done?
That's my
Okay,
news.
I'm trying to remember my news now. Oh yeah, House Nintendo. I predicted
Who
in the
are
last
who again?
Targaryen.
That's right.
One of my early predictions looks like it may be confirmed because they are going to be talking a lot about Zelda, and it has turned out that the new Zelda, which was formerly known as Zelda Wii U, I don't know what the hell it's going to be called now because it's coming out simultaneously on Wii U and the NX.
Oh.
And apparently it's going to be all over the shop for this year's E3, so we're going to be hearing nothing but Zelda.
Which is interesting because usually when they have a new console, they really push Mario because Super Mario Maker was the main thing for Wii U. Yeah. So now they're going with a different.
They'll be pushing that, but I have a funny feeling they might also be pushing Sun and Moon because that has been rumored for a while to be in some way NX compatible.
They need to do something like that though.
Oh,
they're not going to get
they have
our age group of people buying them.
Well, they don't. You see, the thing is, they make it for their audience back in Japan, which is totally understandable. Yeah. But I mean, you have to think about it now. The 20th year anniversary is this year. Yeah. You know, Pokemon Go is going to come out at any time now soon. Yeah. Like they have to do something for our generation. They do now, the originals.
They are huge in Japan. They do make this kind of primarily for Japan, but they do have a lot of loyal 30-something fans.
There's only so many people in Japan that can play.
Oh
the rest of the world is more than Japan.
But there's a lot of people out there that rebel against the whole PlayStation Xbox thing, and they like the fun games that Nintendo make, and they don't want the serious ones that the other consoles tend to make. But we are right. They do need to do something, and they may be doing it now with the new Zelda. Let's hope they do the same tact with Pokemon.
Like I love Zelda. I absolutely love Zelda, but I wouldn't buy the new Nintendo console just to play Zelda. No. But I would buy it if it was Zelda and a Pokemon game, a decent Pokemon game.
You'd buy a second console if it was.
But possibly much more likely. Yeah, quicker than I would an Xbox One. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If I was allowed to pick a second console and there was the option of doing something like that. Yeah, yeah. As we're saying, like a Pokemon MMO online.
Yeah, I'd buy the NX immediately.
Never gonna happen.
But wouldn't it be amazing?
We can dream, Thomas.
We can dream, but I'm telling you,
it doesn't need to be an MMO for me. It can fall short of a true MMO.
So Skyrim with Pokemon.
Skyrim with Pokemon, I'm fine.
Oh yeah, me too.
With an online element when you go to the Pokemon League. Like the Pokemon League won't be the Elite Four. The Pokemon League will be what it is in the TV show. You go and you battle real life people for the championship.
I read a kind of a fan theory that you know the way in every Pokemon game you have to go through Victory Road to get to the league. Yeah. A lot of people are saying, you know how there's loads and loads of high level trainers in the Victory Road. Yeah. They're saying that's the tournament part, and whoever emerges from the tournament then goes to face the Elite Four as their final. I thought it was a cool idea. It's
a cute idea, but it's letting them have their cop out really.
Yeah, no, it is. Very much so is. Any other news from you, Jay?
Waiting on that. Yeah, kind of as reported about a month and a half or 2 months ago at this point, Lionhead Studios have officially closed their doors. Aww. They have closed down. Nobody bought them.
Anybody?
Nobody bought them. I didn't realise it was a possibility, but they were looking for someone to possibly take over to their patronage, and nothing happened, so no one bought them. But there was also that thing where Sony held an event for all the former employees to hopefully incorporate them. Nothing's come out about that. I don't know if anyone's actually been hired or not. Everything's been quiet on that front, so I don't know what the story is there. Which is surprising because they came out straight away and were like, yeah, we'll take you on board, come down to this. So I don't know, maybe we'll hear more in the coming weeks, but Lionhead Studios is no more, so I'm praying for Sony's Giraffe Knee Studios with the same crowd that might eventually
Giraffe Knee.
I'm sure they can think of something cooler, but
one would hope.
Yeah. I like Giraffe Knee.
Scorpion tail.
It's got charm.
I like Giraffe Knee.
I think you would.
And we're back, Fran.
Didn't take long.
It's got charm. Giraffes have knees? Of course they have knees. They have to have knees.
Do
knees. Okay, yeah. I don't know. This popped into my head.
Right. Giraffes have the same number of neck bones that we do.
They also have the same number of legs as a horse.
That wasn't near as profound as I think you thought it was.
More than a human.
Who?
I know. I actually have many facts just like this, but I won't bore you with them now. Go on.
Go on.
Well, they also have the same number of legs as an elephant. A dog, a cat, a hamster.
This is our new segment. Veterinarian medicine.
Fran keeping us informed. I guess we'll move on and we shall discuss. And now I've been motioned.
No, I thought that was next.
To the notes. No, that is not next.
Oh, it's not next.
I am the moderator now, so you can stop interrupting me.
I wasn't interrupting.
My God.
Helpfully guiding.
It could have been. I've just decided to be an a-hole. Let's move into Game of Thrones. We've just watched the latest episode of season 6.
So the first episode of season 6.
What did I say?
Latest.
The latest and first episode.
You're not wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. Of season 6 called The Red Woman?
Yes.
The Red Woman?
Now, before you
Yes.
continue, I'm just going to say,
Yes.
because I am aware that the vast majority of people watch Game of Thrones,
Yes.
but some people don't yet. There's
Yes.
a lot of people who are like,
Yes.
oh, I really want to watch it someday. So I think just for any episode that we have Game of Thrones, what I'm
Yes.
going to do in post-production is in your description there's going to be a little time code. So
Yes.
you just tap it and it will skip to where we've stopped talking about Game of Thrones.
That's a good idea.
And then this is your point for when we start.
So when that's in the description, tap it now.
Tap that. Get on the floor. Tap that.
Hopefully they tapped it and didn't hear that. So if you
You got
heard
him to
that,
sing for free.
yeah. And now, so from now on, Game of Thrones spoilers.
Okay, and I am sneaking away to the toilet right now.
Oh, bold. Right, episode 1 for season 6. What did you think of it? Were you happy? Fran.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to Jason there.
No, he's.
I was.
You sure?
As I said, like, everyone can agree it wasn't an amazing, groundbreaking episode, but it was the first episode of a new season. They had to recap on, kind of give everybody a sense of place, sense of time, etc. And it was just dipping its toe back into the realm of Westeros. Now, as I said, if the next episode stays at the same pace, I'll be a little bit irked. But for episode 1, I was like, I think they did something similar last year as well. Like, they have to do it. They have to go easy.
And they did.
Yeah.
I'm back in the closet.
Congrats.
Did you wash your hands?
I had to blow my nose. It wasn't a big deal.
Right.
It was really bugging me. I had to go.
No, I'd agree with you, Fran. It's the pacing. Look, it's kind of a thing. I was really happy to see these characters and see slightly new things happening here and there. But nothing major happened. But nothing major can happen in the first episode. Jay?
I really enjoyed it. I know some people have their qualms about it because maybe it was a slow start, but it's the start. That's where you want it to be kind of slow. But no, I really enjoyed it. I loved the way they called the episode "The Red Woman" because I was kind of like, it's the Red Woman. It's herself. It's Melisandre. We've seen these red priest people or priestess people revive people before. I was like, come on, Jon Snow, come on. And then no, it was a red herring, and it was just something else about Melisandre, which I thought was typically Game of Thrones. Why did I hope and dream? So I don't know whether they're gonna drag it out.
How many episodes? Look, do you think Jon Snow's coming back? Yes or no?
I guess we should make this a new feature. We'll do every
Mini
week.
predictions.
Every week. Is Jon Snow still dead? Conor?
This just in? Yes.
I think they'll drag it out for about 3 or 4 episodes, and
Yeah, I was thinking
we'll
episode
probably
4 or
find
5.
out whether he's definitively dead or not after that.
He's going to be stanky if they don't do something soon, though.
Stanky. Stanky.
At least when he was outside, he was being, like, frozen. Now they brought him in.
Although
It's quite cold where he is, though. He might be keeping fresh.
Tis.
Yeah.
And they do have the wall, which is made of ice.
Yes.
But he's currently in the back arse of nowhere in a room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
but
He's in a room. They need to get him outside.
Yeah,
Into
yeah.
snow.
But what I'm
Yeah.
but they're not that.
oh, actually, there is a fire in that room,
Yeah.
isn't there? Like, okay, it's not a good idea, guys.
What was I gonna say? There's a theory floating around that it's possible
I've got a
that
theory.
he warged into Ghost.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I've
And
heard
that
that
maybe
before.
that's how he is now. Or
Yeah,
something.
I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Robin Hobb does a series of books, and that's one of the storylines, and that would have come out long before Game of Thrones.
Oh, so he would have been ripping off.
I'd be a bit disappointed if that was a storyline.
Okay, yeah.
But they mentioned it. Do you remember? There was that actor, British guy, kind of weedy looking. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was a warg of the North.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
He died, but someone said like he warged into his falcon or bird or whatever he had with him.
Have we seen the bird lately?
No, that was a good few.
We did. Well, I don't know if we did, but it opened up with a falcon in. The episode opened up with a falcon flying above somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it?
Yeah,
Right,
pretty
okay.
sure. Unless I'm thinking of an entirely different series. What have I watched recently?
That would be hilarious. Merging one world into
thought
another.
it opened up with a falcon or bird flying over possibly where Khaleesi was dropped off.
Oh.
I didn't think anything of it until you just said that right now.
Daenerys, yeah.
Okay. Be a bit far from
Anyway,
the
that's
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What point? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Well, speaking of Khaleesi, then when we move on
yeah,
to
Daenerys. What was?
yeah,
Bit of banter there, bit of fun.
she's kind of
Yeah.
back. Yeah, she's kind of back to square one nearly in some ways, isn't she?
Yes and no. Like, she is back to square one in the sense, back of the Dothraki. But I do like she's a totally different person now around the Dothraki than she was when she first showed up back in season one with them.
She's got a pair of balls.
And you can
on her
really
now.
see the differences, and I think that's one kind of cool way they've shown. Look how much she's grown. Look how confident. Look how powerful she is. Even when she's been tied up and dragged behind a horse. She still has that air and power, and she was so clever to not let on that she understood the Dothraki language until the exact point where it suited her most. I thought that was
She's gonna have trouble with those wives though.
Oh, they did
Cut
not
off
like
her
her.
head.
They're gonna
do
be
not like her.
problematic.
Well, maybe not now because she can't be touched according to Dothraki law, which was nicely thrown in there. No one had a clue. So she's meant to be locked away.
Yeah, no, the
that
books
was said.
Yeah, the book said that a good bit.
Oh, did we
And
know
I
that in the
think
book?
She should have gone like when Khal Drogo died.
She should
Everyone's
have
like,
gone
you have to
Dothraki.
go, like you have to go, and she wouldn't go.
You're a widow. You have to go join the
I
temple.
don't remember that. Okay.
No, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
All right.
It didn't come. Like I had forgotten about it until those two women said it, and I was like,
Okay.
"Oh yeah."
All right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
What else happened?
Speaking of temples, are you?
Are you having a laugh?
I'm not.
The smallest glimpse.
Like
Smallest glimpse,
How
but-
much worse can it get for her? Like,
No.
you know.
Oh,
Jeez.
the poor thing. I don't know. She's my favorite Stark by far,
Yeah.
and always has been.
Does anybody think that this thing that she's going through right now over in Bravos, is this the standard training for those people? Like, did your one who comes by every day now to
Beat her up.
did she go through that herself and this is all part and parcel of it?
I think so.
It could be.
But it could be that normally they train with the staff, and you can see in the blind thing as punishment for having killed your man that she wasn't supposed to kill.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly. I'm just kind of hoping that she can get the sight restored because it's actually just part of her training. But don't know.
We shall see.
Yeah,
We shall see.
but it's just kind of every time you see her, oh poor Arya.
I know. It just gets
Every
worse
time, and everyone loves her character. Like she's a great character.
I think it was season 4. It ended with her getting on the ship, and they played the Game of Thrones theme in the episode. That was brilliant, and I felt so happy for then. And I was like, nope, just got worse.
Everyone's so invested in her, and everyone like
Everyone's rooting for her.
Everyone's rooting for her, but everyone seems to think she'll be saved by someone. So it's either the fella who trained her first in water dancing, or it's the Sirio, or it's the guy who can change his face, or whatever he's called again.
There's also a theory
There
that
you
they're
go.
the same person.
I was just gonna say that, yeah. And there's
It would make sense
Because Iman said, Sirio said something like, "What do we say to death?" or something like that.
Yeah,
There's only
not
one God.
today.
He
Yeah.
says somebody says there's only one God, and then the other guy says at one stage there is only one God. No, he says there's only one God, death, and the guy who changes his face says there's only one God. The girl knows his name. So that was the link that people said.
There you go.
This girl. He always talks like this girl, doesn't he? This girl.
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
They talk in the third person to
Yeah.
but I think that's part of that temple's beliefs and cultures. It's so you can
Yeah,
remove yourself, so you can kill
It's
people.
always
without
this
being
one
guilty.
or this man. Or
This
whatever.
man, this girl,
Yeah.
a girl.
Yeah.
What about Sansa? How do we feel? I was so happy. I was so happy in the end.
But she didn't guess
That Brienne turned up and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I felt great for Brienne.
yeah.
And Sansa, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I was like,
I like that something finally went away.
Whew! Yeah, but like nothing ever lasts for long. So now I'm like, right, what's gonna happen
Yeah.
next?
Who's gonna die next?
Yeah, like Sansa's a character that I've hated for so long that I've decided that George is never going to kill her off. But it seems like she might finally be becoming a Stark. Maybe.
Yes, and that's
She
what I
might
liked
be.
about the.
But,
I thought it was so cool.
There
the way
were
Pod
people
had-
who were
Yeah, Pod is a man.
Pod is man.
Podrick.
Pod.
Podrick Payne. Relation of Sir Ilan Payne?
don't know.
Is he Patrick Payne?
Yeah, Patrick Payne.
He probably is related.
Probably
to
is, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that for me, my prediction for the end of the whole series is that Sansa will replace Robb and basically be the Queen of the North, and the North will rally behind her again against. And I think she's gone through enough shit. She was kind of half trained in by Littlefinger, if you recall. I think she
and Cersei.
The moment she meets Littlefinger is going to be
awesome. Hell to pay.
No, she has received a lot of training in the Game of Thrones, so
she's gone through an awful lot of shit to not come out of it stronger, I think.
Yeah.
I saw a brilliant picture, like a meme. It was Gendry on his rowboat.
Massive arms.
Massive arms. Yeah. And then at the other end of the boat were the two hounds from the chase down Sansa. Because as soon as Brienne turned up, there was no talk of the hounds. They were just gone.
Yeah, they were there growling.
Where are the hounds? There with Gendry.
And where is he? Still rowing.
But yeah, no, Reek, how do you think they're going to move on?
I'm guessing he's going to go back to the Iron Islands, but I don't know how they're going to take to him being penisless over there.
And
speaking of which,
no fingers.
Iron Islands. Do we think they burnt the ships in Daenerys' ships, the docks?
I didn't even question who might have done that.
I never even thought. I just thought that was the Sons of the Harpy.
So did I, and then
I assumed that as well. I thought it was
someone said to me it's
I suppose
probably
it's too obvious.
one of the Greyjoys. Euron?
Okay.
I don't think there was any inclination or
what's the
hint or
provocation?
Except for the fact that in the books he's sailing towards her.
Oh.
Yeah, but we haven't even been introduced, so why would he suddenly show up? And then he's sailing there in the books. He's sailing there to get married to her. So why would he burn her ships? Doesn't make sense.
Isn't there in the books there's like this big massive king's moot or something?
Yeah.
Did that happen in the
No,
series?
not
So they haven't done any
I'd
of
say
that
it will
shit.
be in this season.
Has to.
Yeah, no, it definitely will.
Okay.
But that was really it. I'm looking forward to the next episode anyway.
Watching
we're
the whole
forgetting about
Melisandre thing turning into an old hag.
Oh.
And why did she turn into an old hag?
Good.
Was it because she removed the necklace?
I think it has to be the necklace.
There's a picture of her in season 4 in a bathtub.
Or it could be the
With the
mirror.
necklace. But
Without the necklace.
But she asks, what's Stannis' wife's name? Whatever her name is, Stannis' the queen.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Yeah.
She came in. She was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you're in the bath."
Yeah.
And because someone put that up on the
Yeah,
Game of
yeah.
Thrones subreddit, and I watched it again.
So that could be an
And
oversight.
She gets
or...
a potion
Yeah.
and she sprinkles it into the bath, and
Okay.
then she reacts like it's really stinging her. She's like, "Oh, like this." So I think maybe the potion was kind of keeping up appearances, because then it showed her fondling some little vials and stuff and not opening them.
Yeah.
Fondling was a good word to use there.
No, it's never. Fondling is never a good word.
Fondling is always a good word.
Children.
But no, I think it was very interesting. I'm still waiting for. I don't know. I just think it's to show the power, show her abilities. It was just to remind us that she's magical.
It could have been the mirror thing that she was looking into, whatever the hell that yoke was.
Yeah, the shitty mirror.
Yeah, the really crap. She could have been looking into that.
Or then it's just because she's in the night watching, don't really have a cause for mirrors.
I think it would be that. I think it's.
There's another theory as well that she's breaking herself down to rise up Jon Snow.
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then why doesn't your man have to do that? The other priest.
But maybe
Who's with
you only have to do
Dondarrion.
it once. Someone else said that maybe you only have to do it once and this is her first time.
Oh, baby's first.
Maybe.
Okay, it's a lot of
Lots of
ifs and
maybes.
buts and
Lots of maybes, lots of speculation, lots of
yeah.
accusations.
I think there's only so much we can get out of it before we're.
I need me Jon Snow back.
Yeah.
Jon Snow, and I know nothing.
I'm looking forward to Bran. I want to know
Not
what's going.
at all.
No, I'm looking for just because it's a totally different side, and
His storyline seems like it's endgame. Like he's going to be
That's what I mean.
humongous player.
I think he's been simmering in the background, and then when it comes to the final battle between the White Walkers,
when the
and
dragons
all
finally
that,
reach
it's-
Westeros,
Bran is going to be a heavy player there. There's no way they're going to build
Yeah.
him up all this time, basically giving him nothing to do.
he's
with
going to
anything.
warg into one of the dragons. Like
I
it
think
has
so.
to happen.
Have you seen the Jon Snow blood spill theory?
Yes, and it's
No.
ridiculous.
I think it's ridiculous.
the blood spill
I
theory.
heard someone said it to me and I was like, oh my god, that must be epic. And I looked it up and it's a crock of shit.
Go on.
Basically, apparently when it pans to Jon Snow lying in the snow dead, his blood stain apparently looks like a wolf. And when you lift his body off, it seeps a little bit more, or spreads or stains, and it turns into a dragon. And I was like, oh, wow! And then you look at
three-headed
it,
dragon.
and somebody has outlined what they think looks like a dragon, and no more looks like a dragon than the fucking pimple in my arse. Do you know like when people say, "Oh, look at the stars"? That one's called the plow. And you're like, man, that is not a plow. That is a fucking.
That's a spoon.
It's one of those things. Like maybe it's a dragon, but only by people who've never ever seen a dragon before.
It's like with the tea leaves when in Harry Potter.
You've seen what you want.
Yeah. It's like, it's the Grim. You're like,
I think as well as that, I don't think the showmakers would bother putting in that tenuous cutaway symbol.
Yeah.
I just don't think. Maybe like a pin in the background on someone's cloak. Yes.
Yeah.
But blood on the snow. Come on. No.
Have we covered all the bases?
No. Sunspear.
Oh yeah, I was kind of hoping he was going to be a bigger player. I was
did
I. was like, oh yeah, there's going to be a civil war in Dorne.
Yeah, it's
this prince versus the woman.
I just don't like any of the Sand Snakes.
I don't like them either.
I don't like any of the women.
I don't think they're supposed to be likable. And that the big black guy, I thought he was going to be a much better player.
He's sorry, this is going to sound like such a stupid thing, but my dad got me a Game of Thrones calendar for Christmas, which I'm using.
And he's January.
And he has a month. So I was like, oh, he's going to be a big player, and then he got killed. I was like, no.
Goodbye, Mr. February.
Yeah. It was so weird.
I was like, don't turn your back. Don't. He turned his back and now he's dead.
Yeah.
We were all shouting at the TV.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Yeah. But interesting to see, like, none of the guards, like, I know that obviously they were already in on the plan clearly beforehand, but like, the vast majority of guards were happy enough to let their lord.
Did they? They just let it happen. They're like not messing with those
she,
sand snakes.
Yeah, but she did bring up the one who actually stabbed your man. She brought up a good point. Like his sister was raped and killed, and he did nothing. And then his brother, and he still did nothing. And his brother was well loved. You know, like it's.
There's a few more, I think, as well.
There's a few more points that brought up, but
yeah,
like he has been sitting on his arse.
Yeah.
So.
But probably being very diplomatic.
He's in a wheelchair.
Whoops.
Oh yes, that's going to cause upheaval. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it will.
Be another front that an attack is going to be coming from, so it's going to be interesting.
Marjorie in the High Sparrow.
Oh yes.
She's not breaking.
Is she going to crack? Is the question.
I think so.
I think she'll be gotten out. Someone will get her out at some point.
Who? Olenna?
Well, maybe maybe himself. What's his name? Oh crap! What the hell is his name? What's Joffrey's younger brother called? Tommen. Tommen might grow up hair and get her out because he's in charge.
I would not be banking on Tommen in any shape or form.
It is his
mostly
wife
because he's so much younger in the books. That's kind of my main thing. Like they're going to keep him at that low level of power on purpose. I don't think they're going to deviate that much.
But like it's his wife and it's Marjorie. You kind of want that back, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like Jamie and
that
Cersei are ready to kill everybody.
London Marathon as well. What's her name?
Natalie Dormer.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, did she?
She did the London Marathon.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
What did you say about Jamie? Jamie Lannister?
Oh, sorry. Himself and Jamie and Cersei look like they're ready to kill everybody anyway. So.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Oh, that was brilliant. The fuck everyone but us.
Yeah. Unleashed.
Yeah,
nice.
Geez, that's because like last season I thought they were drifting apart, and I thought
they were definitely.
I thought that Jamie was going to really go against Cersei, but the death of their daughter
has brought them together.
Yeah,
and their son. Actually, they have one son left.
But like Cersei, I have to say, responded in a way I did not expect.
She's become more human.
She was much cooler.
Can we just talk about her acting when she went down to the coast and stood there, and it was just the tiniest little changes in her facial expression, and you could see every inch of her fall apart internally. It was brilliant.
Great actress, yeah, she's very good.
She really is. She might be the best in this whole series, I think.
Oh yeah, you love to hate her. Like she's bloody brilliant. But now you're seeing a bit more of a human side, and you're like, you're still a bitch, but okay.
But like even the way that she was kind of pro Jamie, I thought she was like, oh, she's gonna rip Jamie a new one for letting her daughter
I thought
die.
that. I thought she was gonna blame him. Yeah, I thought she'd blame him. But she did kind of blame him for Jamie, didn't she? A little bit. For Joffrey. Sorry, she blamed him for Joffrey a little bit. So that's going to be one to watch. Going to be very interesting. Strange moment at the start of the episode with what's his name, Bolton, Ramsay. Say Renly, no Ramsay.
Ramsay and Roose.
Yeah, when he found the dead girl, the one he used to hunt.
I totally forgot that she died.
It took me a while to remember. Yeah, Sansa killed her.
Pushed her off the edge.
I totally forgot that.
Yeah. That was funny.
And feed her to the dogs.
Yeah, he was so genuinely touched by it. And
you're like,
we do with the body. He was like, it's good meat, give it to the dogs. And he just out and he's like, There we go. He's back.
There he is.
He's back. There
The
he's back.
sick, twisted fuck that we know.
Because myself and Fran, it hasn't been that long since we've seen him because we've been playing the Telltale.
Yeah, and he's so good in that.
Yeah.
That's actually him as well. But I say what's going to happen is now that we're talking about, I bet you like they're going to know when the dogs turn back up at Winterfell or some shit like that. That's when we're like, oh damn.
Yeah.
Maybe.
With Gendry, massive arms.
Do you think Reek will take Sansa to the Iron Islands? And then
I don't think so. I think Sansa
so.
is going to stick to the north, where she will be looked after by the commoners.
She's gonna go straight and look for like the other Starks or the Karstarks or the Umbers or whatever.
the Mokalan, the what you call them, the fog.
Mokalan,
Yeah.
What are they called?
Oh, the Reeds. No,
Jojen Reed.
Jojen Reed.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the bastard surname.
No, I don't think it is.
Is the Blackfish still alive? Is the Blackfish alive?
He should be.
Oh,
he escaped in the books in underwater.
Okay.
And I don't think we've seen him since.
She'd want to find the Blackfish, probably.
That's her uncle.
Yeah.
Well, we should watch and find out.
Yeah. Basically, the North will follow a Stark before they follow a Bolton.
Or did the Blackfish die?
I really can't remember.
I can't remember.
It depends if
either.
the Red Wedding or not. Because at one stage he is in charge of he's on the receiving end of a siege.
Yeah.
And Jaime Lannister's on the other end.
Yeah.
And then he escapes.
But they've totally gotten rid of that.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen now. He's in James in King's Landing. He's not going to go all the way up.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know either. Tyrion in where is he now? He's not
Marine.
in Bravos, Marine. Tyrion running the show in Marine. What's that going to be like?
I liked that bit when the woman, I was like, when he was trying to
eat
say,
your baby.
Oh,
for
your
baby,
eat your baby.
to eat.
Yeah.
And then Varys came to the rescue. She thinks you want
His Valerian is terrible.
I'm really sorry.
It was a great moment though when I know Varys said something deep and profound, and Tyrion just goes, "But you're not a man."
That was brilliant.
I like your style, boo.
You go.
That was very good. I think that's probably everything.
Yeah,
then, isn't
plenty
it?
of
We've
meat
got
on
it
that
well
little
covered.
bone.
Yeah.
I guess we will hand the reins over to Conor
Yes.
for a little bit of tried something nerdy. I liked it.
Yes. So I tried something nerdy. A while ago.
It's hardly make us tea, is it?
No, it's
I would love a cup
Damn
of
it.
tea.
To do with tea though.
Oh.
TT or
T,
Tea or-
the man behind the mic. T.
okay?
Oh.
So basically,
What?
as you both know, one of T's favorite franchises of all time is Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
So with this in mind, his birthday last year, which is in March.
Oh, yeah.
You know this.
Yeah, I do.
I bought him the official Ghostbusters board game.
Okay.
Now it's a lot more complex than it sounds. I bought it in March, but because I bought it through a Kickstarter, it then had to be produced and shipped and everything.
Course.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
got it last Christmas.
As in the Christmas just gone? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
So we played a game or two since, and my God, it's complex but so much fun.
Okay.
Like we were having great crack playing it just
Okay.
the two of us. So the basic premise is that you are the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You can play up to around 8 players. No, not 8. Only 4 players max can play a game.
Okay.
And 2 minimum. So
Okay.
depending on how many people play, you control either 1 or 2 Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You can play as any of the original characters from the thing. You can play from any of the characters from the cartoon series as well.
Okay.
So it's quite cool. Basically, the way the game works, it's a tabletop role playing game. It's not as imaginative and as complex.
Nice.
That was
Is that our
nice.
first sneeze on air?
Yes.
You've taken
Not our
sneeze
first
with you.
fart though. That may have been you also.
It was. Oh. I remember editing that episode with your fart. I was like, the fart is audible. The fart is audible. Anyway.
Oh! And there's our 5th.
Anyway.
all Fran.
Oh. I feel like you don't deserve to hear what I have to say now.
At least you didn't do both at the same time.
Well, when I sneezed a little bit, did
That cause an internal vacuum when gas when gas explodes.
Yeah, there's a black hole somewhere in the solar system now.
Oh god. Anyway, Ghostbusters. So I don't know where to start. I feel like if you ask me questions, it'd be easier. So like,
what's your favorite ice cream?
Rocky Road. Don't be
He
afraid.
doesn't know us very well at all.
All right, so anyway, there's no board.
He's trashing the question section.
I am, yeah.
What colour is your favourite sunset?
Oh. I'm still answering the questions like an idiot. Why am I doing this?
How long does a game typically last?
It minimum an hour.
Okay.
But it's very good. All right, hang on. Start from the start. So, look at T bringing the box
He's
in.
brought it in. So, like,
Yeah.
is
It
there
looks
dice? Is there little characters that go around a board like Monopoly? Do I buy hotels?
Is it a
Okay,
decision-based
so-
game?
Is it
Start
like
from
the
the
game
beginning.
of life and I'll never want to play it?
We'll start from the beginning. There's no board in the board game. There's instead 10 double-sided cards.
Right.
They're quite thick. They're like the card that boards are made out of.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. So the idea is you get scenarios. There's scenario cards that tell you how to set up the board. So
Yeah.
you go, okay, I need tile P2, and that's beside tile 1A, and
Yeah.
you kind of set them up, and that makes your board. The boards have lots of different kind of terrains, I suppose you could say. So there's
Yeah.
streets and sidewalks. There's the library. There's Central Park. There's a rooftop. There's the underworld. All sorts of different things.
Okay.
So, and then all those different areas, like you can certain obstacles. It depends on the board. Like you can't see through a fence.
Okay.
So in the rules of the game, your Ghostbuster cannot shoot a ghost right beside him if there's a fence between because he can't see the ghost.
Yes. Okay.
So then the boys are looking. The box first of all is amazing.
Yeah, that's
I know,
cool.
It's really really cool. I got the deluxe edition because I thought it looked
Nice.
much more cool. But usually it's kind of designed to look like the trapper that they use. You know, the thing that they suck the ghost down into.
Yeah.
As you can kind of see in there, the yellow and black.
Proton pack. Is
Yeah.
it?
So let's start with the basics.
For the fifth
This
time.
hasn't been
I
the
know,
basics.
I
yet.
know. It's just there's so much to talk about.
Go
Right.
on.
So each character has a card. Every character has their own little abilities within the game.
Yes.
Okay. What I really like as well is that your characters gain experience points. And there's a little slider on their card,
Yeah.
so you can help them gain experience points. And then when they get to certain levels, they have newer abilities. So like Peter Venkman, for example, his card is here in the back. Level 1, whenever a ghost slimes him on his turn, he gets 1 experience point, which is an
Okay.
extra compared to what he would normally get.
So you level up.
So you can level up. Then when he gets to level 2, once during his turn, if an adjacent Ghostbuster would get slimed, he can take that person's place and be slimed instead. Which is actually what Venkman, that's Bill Murray's character, does in the film. Remember, Slimer's going for someone, one of the other guys grabs him and puts him in his place.
Yeah.
So like they kind of had little abilities like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Sliming, what it basically does in the game is if a ghost passes through your character, or certain different other things, your character will then get slimed. That means you can't take an action.
Okay.
You have 2 actions. If you get slimed twice, you can't move. You can't do anything. with that
Okay.
character.
You've gone to jail.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Each scenario, then you have to. There's a certain objective. Usually, it's close all the gates. There can be anywhere between 2 to 5 gates on your board, and that's where ghosts emerge.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just so much fun. I just can't. It sounds really complicated, and to be honest, it is. It did take a good while of setting up and going like, wait, where do we put this? And
I'm pretty sure Jay's looking at you like, bitch, please. We all know what Jay has been researching
I
on the
know,
side.
Yeah. You'll hear about
Coming
my something
soon.
nerdy
Coming
very
soon.
soon. It is.
no, I agree. Yeah, I'm not saying that. the pain. So like. That's kind of the basics. So ask me some questions now about the game, and I
Nice.
would be able
Good
to.
catch.
Thank you.
Does it benefit from not having a board and using the tiles?
Yes,
Okay.
hugely. There's 10 tiles in the standard pack. As I said earlier, I got the deluxe edition, so we got 5 extra tiles as well.
Okay.
So every game can be different, and you can actually go. The scenarios I mentioned can be just once off. Oh, let's play this one. We haven't done this one, or you can actually play them as scenario part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and it kind of tells a little narrative
Okay, cool.
as
Right.
well. So
Cool.
it gets harder and harder. And what's cool about that is if you do it that way.
Yes.
So we'll say one scenario tonight, and then
Yes.
the next scenario next week. Whatever level we were
Yes.
at the end of scenario 1, we start at the
Interesting.
end. Start
And
scenario 2.
does anyone win, or do you just make it through by
it's
Collaboratively.
cooperative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
yeah.
there isn't it's basically the players versus the ghosts.
Yes.
So the ghosts are pretty cool. There's lots of different types, but they all have different levels.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, for example, a level 1 ghost is the Galloping Ghoul. But if at when the ghosts have a turn, you roll the dice, and depending on what number you get, the ghost will move in that direction. So there's a little tile to help you with that called the PKE meter. So for example, if you roll a 2, all the ghosts will move the direction that number 2 is whenever you put the PKE meter down.
Okay.
On the little card. If a Galloping Ghoul, which is level 1, bumps into another level 1 Galloping Ghoul,
Yes.
you remove the 2 pieces and put down a Gruesome Twosome, which is a level 2 ghost.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then later on, if 2 Gruesome Twosomes bump into each other, they turn into a level 3 ghost, which is the Boogaloo manifestation. The higher level of ghost, the more what are they called?
These all sound like obscure porn categories.
I know.
The gruesome
Galloping
twosome.
Boogaloo manifestation. There's these little then tokens. They're the beams. Don't cross the streams or whatever.
Yeah.
So you have to shoot. You roll the dice to see if you hit or miss.
Yeah.
And then you place the token on the actual ghost, like you hang them on them. And certain ghosts will need only 1 to be trapped. Some ghosts will need 5 to be trapped. And then, for example, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, which is quite a colossal piece. Like it's 3 inches tall, I think. Is it? Yeah, it's around 3 inches.
I used to call him the Poppin' Fresh Man. I don't know why.
No, he's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He takes something like 20 tokens, so everybody has to be shooting at him at once and working together and saying, "Oh no, you don't shoot now. I'll clean some slime off you." You really have to think and talk and work together to beat the game.
Okay.
It's very, very fun. I highly recommend.
Okay.
What does the car do?
The car. Yeah. So the car is on the board as well, and basically you can use the car to move round from one side of the board quicker.
Oh, cool.
So your actual Ghostbuster can move, I think, 3 squares on the tiles, whereas the car can actually move 6.
Okay.
And what's really good is everybody can get into the car, or just one person, or
see you fuckers.
I'm gone.
And how does Slimer come into play?
Slimer is a boss in it.
He's a boss.
Well, he's in the original movie. He is a bad ghost. Like he's not.
Doesn't he become friendly? I remember him being.
That's
friendly.
in the cartoon.
Yeah,
series,
the
just,
cartoon
just
is like a pet, isn't he?
Okay,
yeah,
right.
but
Okay.
otherwise he's a bad guy.
Okay.
So myself and T played the first part of the Slimer scenario. So Slimer's the boss we're building up to battling and defeating.
Yeah.
He's just like it's very complex and it's really hard to summarize, but it's very, very fun.
Quick? Like, as in, I know it takes an hour, but like, are you sitting there waiting for your turn, or does it all come around?
Well, we were playing, it was just the 2 of us, so we had 2 turns each, if you know what I mean.
Okay,
so I had to take my turn, and then my other turn, and then Trevor had to...
Oh, you were playing as multiple characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Okay.
So we all kind of had to go around. But like, if you were playing the 4 of us, no, you wouldn't be be waiting around for ages. Because as well as that, you're really invested in what the other people do that you're playing with. Because it's a collaborative game, you know? Like, there was one point where one of my characters gets experience points for de-sliming or cleaning up other characters. So we purposely avoided any other characters cleaning up, because my character get extra experience points.
Let him do the job.
Yes. So he did the job. And equally with the Venkman character, you purposely wanted him to be slimed more than the others.
His
the
ability would have benefited from it. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2 kind of final questions
Go
myself. The first is, it says the game is fully customizable. What degree can we customize the game?
Well, in lots of different ways.
Next question.
We fit the bell. Well, one way I've seen people do it online is they've painted the models, so which is really cool.
Okay,
and some of them have been amazing. Well, the models are like each playable character has a color, and that matches with their streams and their cards and everything. But the ghosts are all blue, and then the Stay Puft Man and Slimer are white and green.
Can you use less tiles? I need time for a quick game. 5 tiles.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So you can move the tiles in a certain way, and that's how you can customize it.
Okay.
Their website, they encourage people to put up their own scenarios and say, all right, you don't have to close all the gates. You have to get from one side of the board to the other successfully. Okay. There can be things like that. You could make a kind of a corridor shape game, like, because they're not square. Like, the tiles are square, but the boards necessarily aren't.
Does that answer your question?
Cool. That answers it.
Question 2.
I was wondering, could we put some sort of trailer on our website for for this.
Yes. What we'll do is on the website we'll put up. I'll put up the trailer that convinced me to buy it, the Kickstarter video, because they had the prototypes all done and there's no difference. And I'll put that up because it was very good. It's made by hang on, it says it right here on the box. It's made by Cryptozoic Entertainment, and it was a Kickstarter campaign.
Cool.
I have a question about the Kickstarter side of things, because Brandon Sanderson has recently announced that there's going to be a Mistborn Kickstarter game.
Take all my money.
Yeah, exactly. So just wondering, like, what's the story? How does it work?
Okay, so Kickstarter, for anyone uninitiated, there's basically...
Does this count as Conor plugging Kickstarter?
No.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
No, okay. So I know Kickstarter, you donate and you get a good cause.
Yeah.
But like, say board games specifically, how does that work?
Okay, so
does the price change? Blah blah blah.
Yes and no. Like, it depends. So you can just, if you just really like it and want it to be a thing, obviously it depends on each individual campaign. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
So let's say for that, I can't remember the actual targets, but let's just make them up. There was $1. Oh, I just really want this to be a thing. Here's $1. Best of luck. $5. I really want this to be a thing, but I want a bit of credit. So list me on your website as a backer. The actual game was
like 15 or
it was
20.
No, it was more than that.
It looks like it would be.
There's a lot of pieces.
All right, okay, fair enough.
Monopoly like costs sets you back like 30 quid. Do you know what I mean?
It was around 50.
Yeah, I can believe that.
But then I got the deluxe edition because I was looking. I was like, oh, you get all this card and this card and these pieces. So I think that was more like 65 maybe.
Plus postage and packaging.
Yeah, like it's not cheap. It was a birthday present. It's not cheap, but at the same time, it depends. And you really know what you're getting. And what's really good is the entire time you're.
And tell me, is it only on Kickstarter now, or can you buy it on?
You can buy that on their website now.
It's been funded, yes.
It's been funded, so now it's a thing.
It's a thing. And is it cheaper now to buy it as a thing?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I didn't look into that. The one thing I'd say about the Kickstarter is what's really good is once you back it, you will be not constantly, but you'll be getting email updates letting you know how they're getting on. So they had a major problem because one of their initial designs for one of the models, they realized that once they put it in the plastic kind of mold for holding it for being in the box, you couldn't take it out without snapping it in half. So they had to. So they emailed all of the backers and said, "Look, guys, this is happening." They had photos, they had examples, they had a little short video and everything to show you why the problem was, and they just said, "This is going to set us back a couple of weeks. We're really sorry." Blah, blah, blah.
But it's a realistic problem. Interesting, because I don't think it's gone live yet, but maybe it has. But it will be something I'm interested in.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I get on that.
Yeah.
I've just realised as well I haven't heard anything from Visage. I may look into that.
You will Visage. That's the thing you funded in Kickstarter.
Yeah, getting it this Christmas.
You'll get an email.
Okay.
You'll get an email.
I must go onto their website though and see is there anything happening there.
Right. Yeah. So that's my tried something nerdy.
Well done.
And you liked it?
Loved it.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it.
Give it a G rating.
10.
10 G's.
10. Just in case we're
best board game you've ever played
so far.
Oh.
I love me some board games.
Have you played Yahtzee?
And this
I haven't played
better.
Yahtzee.
Anything, and I've played all the standards, and I haven't played any of the kind of more role playing board games or the. Do you know what I mean?
Soon.
Your time shall come, my friend.
But I haven't played anything beyond the kind of normal family ones. But it's particularly good. It's very good.
Okay,
Nice.
and part of my asking the question about would it be up on our website was meant to lead into a really smooth how could they find our website sort of a thing.
Do you want to do that again?
That didn't happen. Nah, let's just go with it.
Okay.
How can they find our website, Conor?
www.geeksinthecloset.com.
And if you put a /Facebook,
It'll bring you to
Facebook.
Yes, indeed it will.
Pretty obviously enough. If they want to find us on the Twitter machine, Fran,
you just do @GeeksITC.
Very good.
Yes.
And then I feel like I'm obligated to tell everybody that they can find us on Podbean, Podcast
Addict, iTunes,
the
SoundCloud,
store,
YouTube.
YouTube's. Yeah.
Pornhub for some reason, but
we think Fran has a lot to do.
that's a different Geeks in the Closet.
It's more an emphasis on the closet part, I think. Do you remember a couple of episodes ago we gave our listeners some homework?
Yes.
I want to give our listeners some new homework, if that's okay.
You're such a harsh taskmaster.
I am. I'm so mean.
Right, go
But
on.
he has asked for permission, so we can just
Yeah.
So yes or no? Do I have your permission, gentlemen?
You can do it, but we didn't become superstars after your last bit of homework. But go on.
It's pending. one way you can help us, last time was by telling some friends. This time, I just want you to, if you can, just if you're watching or listening on YouTube, please thumb up the video. If you're listening via any of your podcasting apps that we've mentioned a second ago, Podcast Addict, Podbean, etc., just review. All of them have some sort of way to review, like tap 5 stars or 4 stars or whatever.
Just 5 stars, please.
Yeah. No, whatever you actually think the quality was of each individual episode.
Which will be 5 stars, but whatever you think.
And if you don't rate 5 stars, we are alerted and we will find you and smack you.
And Jay has a certain set of skills that he's honed over a lifetime.
I will find you. I can't hold that together for too long. I guess this is the part where we go on to Zazu, our zombie apocalypse survival update, which I've only just thought of now, and I'm silently panicking, but my voice is pulling it together. Mainly because I know I can be last because I'm moderator now. But I guess we'll go to Conor because Conor's always the most well prepared out of the three of us for this. So Conor, enjoy. Pull something out of your anus.
I just gotta relax for a second first.
Huh?
Oh no, I've said that. I was gonna say boiling water, but I can't say that. The main thing you really need to find, when you know the initial onset of panic and freaking out that everyone does.
Yeah.
Right. Don't be an idiot. Don't reach for the sugary foods and the junk foods and everything like that. Instead, go for your tinned foods because they will last you.
Okay.
Go for your tinned foods and hoard them first. Then when the apocalypse is going on, you will always have a non-perishable supply of foods, and you can still do your hunting and gathering for your fruit and your veg and stuff like that. But if you can manage to find a tin of peaches, those peaches are a source of vitamins. They're a fruit that you can eat way down the line that will last because they're in a tin.
I feel like this might have been said before. Are we repeating ourselves now?
I don't think we said tins.
I don't know. We might have to go back to the
we need
go
a
back to the
list
books of
of
that
what
one.
we
We need a list of what we've done. I feel like I've talked about beans maybe before or something.
I think you talked about beans because they're easy to heat because you just and cook and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think you were mentioning about the non.
No, you did mention tins beans because they last long.
Well, like, why would you bother? Only
he did mention.
Well, my
the
tip
longevity.
specifically is when you're raiding the shops in the panic at the start, go for the tins instead of anything else.
Okay, Conor, you're disqualified.
Fran.
My zombie apocalypse survival update tip for today
is go for the tins.
Is that.
Oh, he's doing his delaying thing again.
Yeah, I really am.
Give me an answer now. 5, 4, 3.
I'm just looking around the room and all I can think of is whatever I'm seeing.
I do that as well. I always do that.
I love lamp. My zombie apocalypse survival update tip for today is
word counting again.
Is to remember that during the zombie apocalypse,
it is important
to
keep in mind
that in certain societies
that if you need to
use the
toilet I've said this already. No, I did.
You can always.
This is insane.
Oh man, this is really bad. Okay.
Tease after giving you an
Don't
excellent hint.
do drugs. Because
they just don't work.
They just make it worse.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's so poetic.
Drop line.
Here, it's a good piece of advice for life and the zombie apocalypse. Don't do drugs. The reasons are sound.
Oh god, okay.
Jay.
So I'm actually gonna do. I actually figured out what T was trying to whisper over to us a while ago, and he was doing action stuff. I'm gonna say what I originally thought he was actually doing, for some reason. Hang on to your ecstasy pills because if you do,
I love how you say that from the teetotaler.
because if you do, you can trade those to gullible people for much needed goods.
Hey, do you need some sustenance or ammo? Have some E instead.
But I'm guessing what he actually meant was if you are someone who is in need of
Long-term drugs.
If you're using drugs for your health, for anything, like, or if you're a diabetic and you need insulin, you stockpile that.
Stockpile that
now.
shit.
You need that stuff because you will go pretty quickly if you don't have your insulin or whatever your particular condition is. Make sure you've got your medication for that. Stockpile it, save it for later, and
Find a way to make it non-perishable.
yes, and trade it for cool stuff if you have loads.
Yeah.
There you go. This has been Jay.
Fran?
Conor.
Bye.
That was very short. We usually have an amble before we say bye.
The whole thing was an amble, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.